Hello, my name is Dao Tuan Anh, and this is my submission for Lab 19, configuring root policy processing for Win 700. In this video, I will show you the completed results of 4 exercises and answer the lab review question. Here you can see the completed results of exercise 19.1. I have graded 7 TPO1 to TPO7, linked it across the domain, the cell OU, and the East OU and West OUs. I have also created a East and West trial OU on the cell in Active Directory user and computer. On screen, you can see the East OU selected with the root policy inheritance tab open. After moving TPO7 to the top of the link order, the resident order from the highest to lowest, TPO7, TPO6, TPO3, and TPO5, TPO1 from the parent cell OU, and finally TPO4 from the domain level. This illustrates the LSDOU processing order. Local site domain organization unit where setting apply later have higher resident, and within a same OU, the lowest link order number win. Now answer the lab review question for exercise 19.1. In exercise 19.1, which policy has the highest resident? TPO7 has the highest resident because TPO7 is linked directly to the SOU and will move to the link order number 1. The lowest link order number is either processed last and therefore take resident over all other TPO applied to this OU. Remember, in TPO resident, the policy process last win, and within the OU, link order 1 is processed last. Here's the results of exercise 19.2. You can see the blue exclamation mark on the SOU icon, which indicates block inheritance has been enabled on this OU. Despite that, TPO4, which is linked at the domain level, still appear on the root policy inheritance list because I set it to enforce. Without enforce, block inheritance would prevent TPO4 from flowing down the SOU, which enforce TPO4 override the block and is applied regardless. Answering the lab review question for exercise 19.2. Question 2, exercise 19.2, how do you make sure that a TPO that is assigned at the domain level is not overridden by TPO at the lower level? You right-click the TPO and select Enforce. When a TPO is set to enforce, its setting cannot be overridden by TPO applied at lower level in the hierarchy, and this cannot be blocked by block inheritance set on the child container. This guarantee the domain level policies is always applied. Here are the completed results of exercise 19.3. First, you can see on the scope tab of the GPO file that WMI filter 1 has been applied. This WMI filter can contain a query that target only 32-bit processor, meaning TPO file will only apply to the computer where the condition is true. So let me switch to the delegation, click Advanced, and then let me click the transmit. So second, you can see the security setting for TPO file transmit has been added with a deny permission on apply root policies. This means even though transmit is in the cell OU where GPO file is linked, the GPO will not apply to him. Answering the lab review question for exercise 19.3. In exercise 19.3, where do you define the security filtering of GPO? Security filtering is defined in the GPO security setting, with you access to the delegation tab in root policy management. By clicking the advanced button, this opens the GPO security setting dialog, where you can add user or root and set allow or deny permission for apply root policy. Authenticated user must have allow apply root policy for the GPO to apply to them by default. Here are the completed results of exercise 19.4. You can see inside the root policy management editor for TPO1, the setting config user root policy loopback processing mode is set to enable with the mode set to merge. This is the loopback processing feature, which is used in scenario where you want the computer configuration to control the user environment regardless of which user log on. Answering the lab review question for exercise 19.4. In exercise 19.4, how do you ensure computer settings are applied after user setting? You enable the config user group policy loopback processing mode setting under computer configuration and set the mode to merge. In the merge mode, both the user GPO setting and the computer user targeted GPO setting are applied, but the computer GPO user setting are applied last, meaning they take residence in any conflict. If you want the computer setting to completely replace user setting with no merging at all, you would use the replay mode instead. And that's a complete LAB19 configuring group policy processing. I have demonstrated all for SSA, GPO resident and processing order, blocking inheritance, and enforce policies, security filtering, and WMI filtering, and loopback processing. Thank you for watching.